What's going on, everybody? It's Johnny Venezia with RotoWire. I am here to bless you with 4 guys that you need to have on your team today. Let's start with my guy, Cade Horton. Here's a who. Finally got the nod after 3 years in the Chicago farm system. This is a guy I actually talked about in my first ever video for RotoWire a few months ago, and the time's finally here, man. Cade Horton looked good in his debut over the weekend against the Mets. It was 4 innings, 3 earned, 5 Ks, no walks. The stuff looked good. He was fooling hitters for the Mets, especially guys like Juan Soto. The aura around Cade Horton is big strikeouts. It's a guy that can command the mound and really control the tempo of the game. And that's why for somebody like him, who has a great 4-pitch mix, with the curveball being an X factor that's drawn a lot of his whiffs in college and the minor leagues, and it's going to happen in the pros as well. The 30-1 on the NL Rookie of the Year is interesting because you look at a guy like Paul Skeens, who got called up around this time last year, and Skeens had to do so much to make it happen. But the NL Rookie of the Year market right now is very soft. You have guys like Augustin Ramirez, who's likely to slow down, regress to the mean, and then Roki Sasaki and Dylan Cruz, who really haven't done anything to warrant favorite status. And Horton's sitting there at 30-1, down from 40-1, 50-1 in the last week or so. It doesn't make sense to me. I think Horton's definitely worth a nibble here. He's arguably the most dominating, at least NL pitching prospect. Put that Dolly and Chase Burns up there, but I think Horton right now is worth the nibble, and he's only 23% owned in fantasy. So this is definitely somebody that I would be picking up at least for the immediate future. See how he pans out in life as a big leaguer. So get on Cade Horton today. Next, we're going to go to a guy that Cade Horton faced in the 2022 College World Series down in Omaha. That's the captain, Tim Elko. Elko was a 2022 draftee, and it took him a few years to get called up as well. At 26 years old, he made his debut over the weekend, hitting a home run in his very first at-bat. Obviously, the sample size on him is only 6 ABs, so we really don't have any. But in AAA this year, he was batting .310 with 10 homers and 1,100 OPS. This is a guy who brings a lot of experience from college with him, so he's not your typical 21, 22-year-old rookie. This is a guy that knows what it takes to be successful. This is a guy who knows what it takes to be a baseball player. So I think he can come into Chicago's system and major league club and produce right away. And he's only 0% rostered in fantasy leagues right now. So he should be pretty much free and available everywhere in your leagues. So I think Tim Elko is definitely worth the stab as a guy who's plugged in your utility, or at least for now on your bench, and just wait and see how he does, because this can be a surprise little scoop for you guys. If you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And right now, RotoWire is going to give you 15% off of any product at RotoWire.com. That includes our top 400 prospect rankings, prop picker tool, and access to our experts for those tough start sit decisions. Make sure you use code ROTO15 at checkout. That also comes with, obviously, my college baseball articles. We've been killing it this year. We had another big weekend. So make sure you sign up for rotowire.com. Use that code. Get access to the Johnny V TV college baseball handicaps. We're going to a pitcher that started to find it as of late. Smith-Shawver for the Atlanta Braves. It's a 2.76 ERA, 34 Ks and 32 1/3 innings this year. The 15 walks is a bit high for Smith-Shawver, but the strikeout stuff is starting to look a lot better. And this is a guy who, an Atlanta team that's searching for other pitching options behind Spencer Schwellenbach. Smith-Shawver could be somebody that ends up being a really important piece for them down the stretch this year. The splitter's been unbelievable for him. It's been more than the X Factor pitch. It's a 42.9% whiff rate and a 28.6% put away percentage. Opponents are only hitting 135 off of it. He's only being rostered in 47% of Yahoo fantasy leagues right now, which if you have him available, he's definitely worth a pickup, and it's somebody I would look to. Considering how well he's done, he had an 8-inning 1-run performance a couple weeks ago, 5 1/3, 2 runs his last time out, which is solid. So he's starting to put it together as of late. This is a guy I would absolutely look at in your fantasy leagues, but keep in mind, he's 7-1 in the NL Rookie of the Year market right now. I think the Rookie of the Year market, especially in NL, is a little soft right now, but it's definitely interesting considering how good he is. And he's available in more than half your fantasy leagues. So definitely go take a look at the Atlanta Brave today. Last but not least, let's look at a guy that I've talked about a few times, Jacob Wilson. The A's shortstop stud has done wonders so far in his rookie year. He's batting .348 with 3 homers and an .841 OPS. His .357 BABIP and 142 WRC plus also suggests he can continue in this manner. He's the favorite for the AL Rookie of the Year, which if you've been following along all year, you would know that he was one of our picks preseason at 13-1. This is a guy who at plus 130 is the favorite for the AL Rookie of the Year in a way where, you know, he is commanding the field right now. I don't think he's a necessarily secure top spot favorite, but it's somebody in fantasy wise you need to be looking into if you don't have him already. He's only 56% owned. And I know I've brought this up a couple times, but the fact is the availability on him is so big that most people are able to go get him. It's a very high floor, moderate ceiling for the kid out of Grand Canyon who can slot in and just be productive in your starting lineup. He's batting .415 in the month of May, and I know everybody's obsessed with the home runs and getting a ton of steals, but there's something to be said for a guy who can continually just hit and get on base for you and just rack up some points in your fantasy league. I mean, he can get some RBIs, he can get some runs, the average is going to be high, and maybe he'll sprinkle in a couple bombs here or there, maybe a couple stolen bases here or there. So Jacob Wilson, somebody that I would definitely be looking at because he's just been too productive to be leaving in the waiver wire.